You didn't become different by reading a quote or repeating a mantra. It happened quietly. A dozen small moments that didn't look important at the time. The way your stomach tightened around certain people's smiles. The way your body knew something was off before your mind could explain it. The way patterns in your life started to line up like constellations. And then, one day, you couldn't unknow what you knew. That's when the world began to feel dangerous in a new way. Not physically, psychologically. Rooms you used to glide through suddenly buzzed with static. People you love started reacting to you like you were holding a mirror they didn't ask to see. You weren't trying to expose anyone. You were just awake. And being awake, you discovered, has a cost. Here's the truth most people never hear. The minute you stop doubting your own perception, the unconscious in others will try to make you doubt it again. Not because they are evil, but because certainty threatens fragile narratives. You didn't declare war. Your presence simply broke an agreement you didn't sign, the pact to ignore what is obvious. If this opening already feels like your life, tell me in the comments. I woke up and the room changed. I read every comment. Your words help someone else name what they're going through. This video is not about being mysterious for the sake of it. It's about psychological survival. If you are spiritually awake, there are 5 things you must protect. Not to manipulate people, but to protect the clarity you fought for. Share everything with the right people. But learn to shield the parts of you that trigger unconscious envy, projection, and control in people who haven't done their inner work yet. Around here, we don't water down psychology. We make it usable. Now, we begin with the first secret most likely to get you punished for being right. Once you wake up, your mind stops arguing with your intuition. Your body tells you the truth, and you believe it. You see the micro flinch in a conversation, and you know the friendship shifted. You feel the temperature of a room, and you know where the tension lives. You don't need a second opinion. You already have one. It's your own. This is not arrogance. It is differentiated perception. Your unconscious is processing data faster than your conscious mind can narrate it. The trap is simple. When you tell certain people, I see what this is, they don't hear observation. They hear judgment. They hear threat. Your calm confidence punctures the bubble they live in, and the bubble fights back. Watch the pattern. The accusation is predictable. You're arrogant. You think you know everything. You're reading too much into it. The more accurate you are, the more intense the pushback, because your certainty highlights their doubt. Doubt is painful. Pain needs a target. It chooses you. What do you do with this? You do not make yourself small again. You do not pretend to be unsure to keep peace that isn't real. You stay certain, and you go quiet. You stop announcing what you see. You switch from broadcasting to recording. You let people show you who they are at their own pace, without being warned that you already know. This is not dishonesty. It is containment. Your perception is a blade. You don't wave it around to prove you have one. You keep it sheathed until it is needed to cut a knot cleanly, once, without spectacle. Quick check-in for resonance. Have you ever told the truth too early and paid for it with your reputation? If yes, type, I learned the timing. Awakening feels chaotic from the outside. Inside, it is precise. You aren't stumbling from crisis to crisis by accident. You're moving through a sequence. You recognized a wound. You tracked its patterns. You began integrating the parts of you that carried it. You're building a whole person on purpose. That is a map, not a vague hope. A route. The moment you reveal your route to people who depend on your old role, they will unconsciously try to erode you. Not because they don't love you, but because they love the stability you use to provide inside a system that runs on dysfunction. Family dynamics, friend groups, even workplaces, all have contracts no one signed out loud. One person absorbs the blame. One person makes the peace. One person performs competence so the rest can relax. When you change your role, their roles wobble. You think sharing your progress will inspire them. Sometimes it does. Often it does not. Often it gives the most threatened person a manual for where to pull. So you stop providing a manual. You keep your plan private. You work in silence, like a builder who only reveals the house when it is standing. People can argue with your intentions. They cannot argue with results. You do not explain that you're breaking an intergenerational pattern on Wednesday nights at 8. You simply stop participating in the pattern every day without announcement. Here is a simple protocol. 1. Write your map on paper, not in other people's minds. 2. Choose one witness who has earned the right to hold it with you, not a chorus. One witness. 3. Let everyone else see outputs, not blueprints. If this makes sense, subscribe now. Episodes here build on each other. Missing one chapter can cost you 6 months of backtracking. I don't want that for you. Before awakening, you likely forgave until your bones felt hollow. You rationalized the red flags. You said, they didn't mean it, even while your nervous system kept score. After awakening, empathy becomes selective. You still care, but you no longer carry. You still love, but you no longer lend your sanity. That shift creates a new clarity inside you. You know the precise behaviors you will never tolerate again. You know the exact consequence that follows those behaviors. This is healthy. This is mature. This is also not to be announced. The moment you tell a manipulative person, if you do X, I will do Y, they won't stop doing X. They'll practice getting you to doubt that X is really X. They'll gather a small jury of mutual friends and prepare closing statements for a trial that hasn't happened yet. They will pull the future into the present to control it. So you flip the script. You stop forecasting your moves. You make them. When betrayal happens, you act quickly, quietly, and without performance. You do not beg them to understand why the line matters. You are not the defense attorney for your own boundary. You already deliberated. The verdict was reached long before the incident. The action is simply execution of a sentence you set when you chose yourself. Notice what happens in your body when you picture this. The shaking you feel is not cruelty. It's power, learning to stand up. The most compassionate people are the most terrifying when they make peace with consequence. Not for others, for themselves. Compassion that includes you is not cold. It is finally accurate. Write this somewhere you see daily. I don't announce my boundaries. I enforce them. Every awake person I've ever met has a story that could make a stone weep. You survived something that changed the shape of your nervous system. For years, life repeated that original wound with new actors. Then the pattern broke. Not because the world changed, because you did. You met the wound like a teacher, not a prison guard. You integrated it. It became medicine, not poison. Here is the danger. When you display your healed wound to people who still identify with theirs, they will try to pull you back into the version of you that matched their comfort. They will treat your recovery as if it were a costume. They'll ask you to wear it for events they're hosting in their heads. They may pity you when what you need is respect. They may talk about who you were like it is who you are. None of this is malicious. It is unconscious. Your healing threatens the story they use to postpone theirs. And sometimes, disclosure attracts a new person who unconsciously reenacts the very pattern you transcended. The test appears dressed as compassion. I am here for you, they say. And within months, your life starts to smell like your past. So you protect the wound that became your strength. You share the wisdom, not the raw detail, unless you are in a room built to hold it. You give the medicine to those who will take it, not to those who want to watch you administer it to yourself again and again. You are allowed to be private. Privacy is not secrecy. Privacy is stewardship. There is a moment on the path when you become very good at being a person. Your social skills sharpen. Your read of dynamics is precise. You can make almost any room relax. You can choose words like instruments. This is what happens when you integrate shadow with persona. You are still you, but you can play the role without being played by it. Paradoxically, this is when you must become less impressive on purpose. When you reveal that you can consciously shape how you appear, many people feel studied. They feel managed. They project manipulation onto your mastery. You are not manipulating. You are fluent. But their nervous systems can't tell the difference yet. So you add small imperfections into your public face. You allow pauses. You allow a joke to land crooked. You let your clothes be slightly less calculated than you prefer, not as deceit, as hospitality. You are making a safe space for other people's humanity to breathe near you. Your accuracy remains. Your presence softens. Remember the last time someone seemed too perfect and you didn't know where to put them in your heart? Don't make people feel that way with you. Hide your light just enough that they can trust it. Think of it as dimming a lamp at night so the eyes can adjust. The lamp is still the lamp. It simply gives the room a chance to receive it. People misuse the word power because they think it looks like dominance. Real power is containment. It is the ability to hold what you know without bleeding it onto everyone who hasn't asked for it. Here is your operating system going forward. 1. Believe your perception and speak it rarely. If you must speak, speak to those who can metabolize it. 2. Build your life like a quiet engineer. Blueprints in a locked drawer. Finished bridges that people can drive across safely. 3. Enforce consequences without ceremony. Your integrity owes no one a closing argument. 4. Treat your wound like a temple. Only those who remove their shoes may enter. 5. Wear a human mask with kindness. A mask is not a lie when the face beneath it is whole. Make this practical. This week, choose one conversation where you would normally explain yourself. Replace explanation with a single clear sentence and a changed behavior. Observe the ripple without narrating it. Comment after you try it. Tell me what shifted. If this video is helping you reclaim your center, hit subscribe now. I promise to respect your time and your depth. Around here, we build inner sovereignty, like it is a craft. Comment after you try it. Tell me what shifted. Waking up costs you things. It costs you the version of yourself that survived by apologizing. It costs you the relationships that depended on that apology. It may cost you seats at tables where your silence used to be the fee for entry. Pay attention to the balance sheet no one tells you to track. For every lost seat, there is a gained horizon. For every person who calls you cold, there is a person who finally feels safe in your warmth, because it is not for sale. For every room that shrinks around your clarity, there is a field that opens, because clarity was the key to the gate. You will be misunderstood. You will be called names by people who cannot admit they are describing themselves. You will be accused of manipulation for no longer being manipulable. You will be told you changed. That is the point. When it hurts, remember this. You are not here to comfort the version of others that needs you asleep. You are here to become so steady that your presence is a landmark for people who want to wake up too. You don't convince them. You don't argue with them. You don't campaign for them. You become undeniable. The awake do not recruit. They radiate. Day 1 to 3. The audit. Wherever you habitually disclose, pause. Keep what you would have said and write it privately. Notice who asks for access and why. Day 4 to 10. The map. Sketch your current transformation on one page. Wound, pattern, skill you're developing, support you need. Keep it in a literal envelope. Your life is allowed to have envelopes. Day 11 to 15. Boundary rehearsal. Choose one behavior you will not tolerate. Write the consequence you will apply without warning next time it happens. Practice the sentence you won't say because you won't be announcing it. Day 16 to 20. Wound hygiene. Identify 2 people who have earned your sacred story. Share a distilled insight, not a replay of pain. If no one qualifies yet, that is not a problem. It is an instruction. Day 21 to 30. Persona softening. Pick 2 small imperfections to allow in public, not as self-sabotage, as invitation. Humility that is chosen is beautiful to be around. In the comments, choose one of these and say which you will do this week. I'm choosing day 11 to 15, or I need envelopes. Your commitment will help someone else choose theirs. The most dangerous sentence you will ever say is not to others. It is to yourself. It sounds like this: I trust what I see. Say it under your breath when an old pattern knocks. Say it when someone tries to tell your body it is overreacting. Say it when you feel the tug to explain yourself into invisibility. Trust does not mean you are infallible. It means you are willing to be responsible for your own vision. If you're wrong, you will repair from truth, not from guilt. If you're right, you will move from clarity, not from rage. Write this in the comments if you're ready to live it. I trust what I see. The act of writing it is small. The consequence of living it is everything. You are not responsible for other people's unconscious defenses. You are not responsible for making your growth palatable to those who refuse theirs. You are not responsible for providing an endless tutorial on how to treat you. You gave that class for years. Enrollment is closed. You are responsible for your awareness, for your kindness that includes yourself, for your timing, for your courage to stay quietly, certain in rooms that demand your doubt. And you are responsible for beauty. Yes, beauty. The kind that appears when a life finally aligns with itself. The kind that makes a child feel safe in your presence without knowing why. The kind that makes someone 2 tables away breathe easier because your field is clean. Do not underestimate the contagion of a regulated nervous system and an integrated soul. Your private work is public medicine in ways you will never measure. You might feel rare. You are rare. But you are not alone. There is a quiet migration happening right now. People leaving old roles they mastered, walking across the bridge of discomfort, and arriving in lives that fit. If this is you, this is your place. Subscribe so you don't have to walk it alone. Comment with the secret you most needed to hear today. Certainty, map, boundary, wound, or light. Your answer is a signal to your future people. And when you want to go deeper into what it means to see what others don't and survive it, watch my video, The Danger of Seeing What Others Don't. It will give language to the part of you that never learned how to be this awake safely. 2 closing lines for your pocket. Choose silence that protects truth, not silence that protects dysfunction. Choose presence that heals, not presence that performs. I'm glad you're here. Now live like you trust yourself.